Yo, what's good? What is going on, OMI fam? Hope you guys are doing good today. Go ahead and turn that down just a little bit. Cryptomaniac messaging me, OMI tanking? I wouldn't say tanking. That's just more, I'm just trying to address a little bit of what's going on. So let's go ahead and talk about that, man. Is OMI tanking? I mean, if you're a short-term trader, it may be looking like that. Obviously, if you can see right here, after the Marvel news, it went all the way to 0.004. So it's all about perception, okay? So we're going to be talking about a little bit about that. As you can see, in my opinion, I'm in here for the long term. So what happens here is, I would have to sum this up in, what has happened up until now, right? So, for those of you that didn't know, like I got in like pretty early. I just had a small bag. It pumped, and then obviously it crashed. So a lot of people probably were disappointed that it did crash, but it is what it is. We're here now. This was just unsustainable right here. This is just unsustainable. If you know how to read a chart, or you're somewhat not new to investing. By the way, none of this is financial advice. This is entertainment only. Just wanted to talk about a little bit about the OMI price and everything like that. Occasionally, I'll do these updates just to tell you guys a little bit about the charting, what to expect, things like that, because I have traded quite a bit in the past. Started off, I've traded cryptocurrency, forex, stocks, you name it, I've traded it. But crypto is my jam, man. So this is where I made a lot of money in the past, and I will continue to make a lot of money. And I was able to time the 2018 crash, just because I timed everything perfectly. I had minimal losses because, I saw patterns like this where, there's some parabolic activity and it was just time for a correction. And people don't like to hear that, man. People don't like to hear when a chart needs a correction. It is what it is. Like, these are unsustainable gains. And obviously something was going on here. It crashed, went back up. Then you had like almost twin towers, and then it broke down. It is what it is, right? Now we came back to the mean here. So you have obviously these previous levels right in here, all the way from as high as 0.0036 all the way down to 0.0015 pretty much. And once again here. So you always have to look at these previous levels to understand what may happen in short term. Long term, you obviously want to look at who's behind the project. Obviously, most people are not new to OMI, but if you are new to OMI, welcome to the stream. And what we can't tell you is who's behind the team, man. We have a phenomenal team behind Ecomi, all right? There's a lot of discussion, like, oh my gosh, there's going to be, some token unlocks, and there's like, I don't know, there's like some random Twitter users that are running around saying they have exclusives and inside knowledge and things like that. And I'm like, nah, you really don't. It's just people just speculating is all it is. And in my opinion, they are, what they're doing is a bit shady. It's like they're trying to tank the price, possibly to break these support levels so it does go down so they can buy a bigger bag. Okay, it's kind of obvious. Now, some of the earliest crypto dumps I have have covered was all the way back. We have to go back pretty far. As you can see, I've done a lot of crypto videos in the past. Some of the products were, not the best, but this was back in, you got to remember, some of this was back in 2017 when everything was brand new and you had to really do your research, right? I read so many white papers in the past, it was ridiculous. I would spend late nights reading white papers, researching team members, So that's why I'm here to tell you the Ecomi team is rock solid, man. They're not going anywhere, and they're not gonna like. There's no point for them to dump their coin when that's the coin they use to operate their business. So it makes really no sense to tank your own coin. So yeah, I used to stream like right here, John McAfee. I used to stream his pump and dumps. So if you want to see what an actual pump and dump looks like, you can refer to some of these older videos where this guy would send out a tweet on different crypto projects and it's just a crazy pump and dump. You could make a lot of money with it, but you also could, like, if you didn't get in quick enough, and I'm sure he had his own little inner circle that got rich, but aka like the token founders, right, that would buy a bunch of their own coin, and then when it pumped they would sell a bunch off, and they were in a good shape. So that this is kind of the stuff that the darker side of crypto that still happens to this day. So I have a pretty good handle on what is the actual pump and dump and things like that. So, and I was actually one of the first YouTubers to really start doing Cardano videos in the past. So if you can watch that video in the past where the price, I think it was like a penny per Cardano or something like that. I bought in on Cardano and it was like less than a penny. So look at where we are here today. We're at less than a penny. What do you know? So we're really only getting started, right? You see a little blip right there in the past. This is the 1-day chart. Things are starting to take off, right? You start to see some activity because they dropped the app. We're seeing NFTs. People get really excited, really hype. There's going to be some there's going to be some manipulation. This stuff happens on projects that announce new stuff. New things are coming. People get excited. It attracts whales. It attracts attention. It attracts news, hype, everything, right? Parabolic, boom. Everything was in there. Everything was primed for parabolic activity. Okay. So if you bought up here, I wouldn't get too discouraged. Yes, we've returned to the mean. All right. Even now, it's returning essentially to this mean right here. All right. Now look at this average here. It's smoothing out. All right. So now that this is coming back around, it's broke a little bit below. It's broke below the this moving average, which that's a 60-day moving average. Normally, a lot of bigger traders will go off of larger time frames. So let's go ahead and take a gander. Here we go. So this is what a lot of traders will use, is that 200-day moving average, or even a 100-day. This obviously doesn't go back far enough because there's not enough data, I guess, for this thing. So let me change it to like 100. That's a little bit better. So this is returning to the mean. So this is like smoothing out the price action right there. So it's important to note, like, essentially this activity obviously up here is just not sustainable. So it was pretty obvious that this would come back down. I told a lot of people not to buy off on the hype, so I just want to reiterate that. This will create, if this does break down, even if it is like artificial and you see these fake Twitter accounts and fake news outlets, things like that. I don't want to name names, but or even some whales that are trying to artificially, move prices until we get on more exchanges. The good thing is that the wallet sizes are increasing, right? I think there's like over 100, there's like almost 150,000 wallets now out there. We can look it up in the smart contract, but it's been a while since I looked that up, to be honest. Well, we'll just look that up later in a different video. Is a OMI price tanking, kind of what to do next. Okay, this is what the whole video is about. So what we'll talk about is like your strategy moving forward. If you're we're going to talk about people that are in it for the long term, and this is what this video is really about. So I just want to address some of like people like disappointed and things like that. It's like, well, why did you get into OMI in the first place? Did you get into it because you were in it for like these unsustainable gains, or did you get it because you saw the team, you saw how rock solid they were, and you were actually in it for the long term from the beginning, right? Yeah, you could be tempted by other crypto projects. There's Shiba. There's all these like goofy meme coins that, it's like, do you even know who's behind the coin? Like, have you even researched? Probably not. All right. But you've probably heard that behind the team of Ecomi is a guy named Alfred Kahn, the guy who literally, named the Pokemon name and brought, tons of other brands and worked with other tons of brands. David Yu, who's a legend in collecting, has its own collectible store, retail chain, and things like that. Dan Crothers, Dan the Crypto Crothers, who has done a lot of projects himself as well on cryptocurrency, more the tech guy. So you have some rock solid guys behind the project, right? So what you need to be thinking about is not looking at a chart like this where you're like, oh, look at it, it's crashing. Is you need to zoom out on the chart like this. Okay, look at this. And you need to shrink it down, because this is ultimately what it's going to look like in the future anyways. So it's going to look more like this in the future. So this crash right here is going to look like this in the future. Like, you're not going to even be able to see it on the chart. All right, so it's going to look like, you're like, oh my God, why did I sell right in here when now we're all the way like up here at like 5 cents? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, this is exactly what it looked like for all the people that got in right here. Is when it went up, that's pretty much what it looks like, right? So what I'm trying to say is, let's zoom back in. Look at this. You can't even see where I was trading, literally, I was like looking at the charts right in here. So you'd have to go back to my previous videos. This chart right here was looking like this. Okay, now you can't even see it. Like, you can't even see the patterns anymore, like, because this has done so well in the short term, and it's returned to the mean, but that isn't, it's moved to the next level, right? Now, if it does go back down to 0.005, that's still way better than 0.005, like the extra zeros down here. So if you're long term, it's going to end up looking like this, is what I'm trying to say. All right. I hope that looks like a better perspective, hopefully, for some of you guys that are looking at the chart like this and, like, oh my God, look at this. But in all reality, over time, if you're long term, like I said, this is for long term people, the chart's going to more look smoothed out like this, because over time, this will go back up, because there will be it's inevitable, right? You have the tokenomics and the OMI burning. Okay, I don't know where, like, people are getting so overfunded because, like, the Comic-Con event and all that stuff, like, which was an actual success from a business perspective, because all the token burn off, at least from the token perspective. So you had a lot of token burn off. That's a good thing if you're in it for the long term, because your token is deflating. Okay, the best job you can do, and this is not financial advice, consult a financial advisor, is to watch this price and to buy in very intelligently. Okay, if it does break down, that's not bad for you. That's good. You can buy more OMI. Like, hello. Yes, you won't have these immediate gains, but in the long run, you're gonna have way more gains. So calm down. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, some of you guys are so impatient with it that you can't wait. But this just reminds me more of like stock trading. Okay, I don't know, a lot of people are actually new to investing, like, obviously, but maybe you haven't even traded stocks before. Stocks take a lot longer to go up. Like, look at Tesla, look at Amazon. It's taken them years to build a solid foundation. So not only that, is like, they have their stock and they don't necessarily, you can do like stock splits and reverse stock splits, things like that, but it's not very typical. It happens sometimes, and it doesn't really do anything as far as like if you're already holding stock, you just get kind of, depending on if it's a reverse split or a split, it's like this, you get the same amount of value essentially out of it. So what I'm trying to say is like we're so like stuck in the short term thinking that we're not looking at this thing long term, and people are freaking out. And I'm just here to tell you, man, this chart's gonna look like this in the not so distant future, and people that are selling off their OMI are gonna be wishing they kept it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm trying to help you out on how to look forward to the future and not get caught up in like hype projects that if you are new to crypto, you may lose a lot of money, man. I seen it in 2017 and 18 where it crashed. People were all over these ICOs. I saw people's lives get destroyed because they're jumping into like these projects that were never heard of, ICOs. And I see it happening again with some of these meme coins that you have to be very careful with. All these rug pulls, all this stuff. This is not new to crypto, guys. This has been going on since the ICO days, okay? Even some NFT projects that won't be around because they will simply close up shop with all your ETH that you invested and say, sorry, guys. And some of that may be business related, right? Business related issues. Ecomi's not struggling when they're selling out drops. All right. So I'm just trying to tell you guys, don't be so short-term thinking. Set yourself up for the future, man, because like I said, you want to be able to smooth that chart out. Let's go ahead and chart it out a little bit. Let's get up with the comments, guys. What's up, chat? Oh, load. OMI price is not stable. I think it's manipulated. Well, I mean, yeah, we're only on like 2 exchanges, like 3 technically. B-boy Steve, what's going on? OMI, bought more OMI an hour ago, says OMI Queen. The Logisphere says bye bye bye. What's good? Hey all, says Split Sniper. Yo, what's going on, man? If you don't time it right, you SOL. Yeah, like, man, y'all should have been watching my very first videos where I was telling people, like, it's about to pop. It popped. And I said, it's about to pop, and it popped. I'm telling you guys, man. Nobody was out there doing, like, real. I mean, there's a couple of those OG, like, YouTubers, but they weren't doing, like, daily price videos. Everything Currency was kind of, he was just kind of, like, watching the chart. But I was like the guy telling you yo, this is about to pop. Like, this is about to go to the next level. And it did. And then it did again there. And I was like, yo, be careful about those hypes. But now we're back. We returned to the mean. And I'm here to tell you, I haven't sold any OMI, man. I haven't even touched it. I just been buying. I've been waiting. Like you said, timing. It's just really common sense. It's just... You have to invest. You have to like trade very intelligently or accumulate as an investor. If you're trading long term, you're just pretty much just investing. So just be careful about hype versus reality. Okay, the reality of it is I bought down here a little tiny bag. Bought a little more here, and then a little more. I'm not gonna lie, I bought a little bit right here, so I'm down as far as this. I bought one of my biggest bags right in here, just because I thought we were gonna go a little bit parabolic. But like I've been saying, this could be a giant cup and handle pattern from the get-go. Like as this thing was breaking down, I'm like, this could actually form. And look, it's already, if it does form a cup and handle pattern, we may get actual support at this level. It kind of turn around at this support level or whatever, come back around, and you may see it go back up to 1 cent, depending on what they do next, what they release, all this stuff. Users are onboarded, more wallets are, the OMI wallets grow. You're gonna have more exchanges coming. Like, then this thing will start to look like more like a U shape again. Then I'll be like, I told y'all so. I told y'all so. So that's what I want to say. About 137K holders, I believe, bro, says Niall. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Go coin, don't panic. Yeah, look at this. Like, look at this right here is like what you have is some short-term panic sellers right here. Short-term paper hands, like, oh my gosh, Comic-Con. Oh my gosh, found your token gonna be released. All right, well, paper hands means an opportunity. So, yeah, man, like these, you can't, like in trading, you can't just be a pessimist. If you're a pessimist, you're going to lose money every single day in the trading. It's good for if you are researching on the fundamentals, but if you're a pessimist when it comes to the token, it's just not good. You want to not involve your emotions in your investments, right? You want to look at them as a long-term investment. This project is a long-term investment. It's not a short-term, like, if you're into that, there's other coins you can invest in that are short-term, like Moon Boy stuff. But that's why I started doing, like, going back to my channel. Why do you think Cavell? Why do you think me? Why do you think Taps? Why do you think, let's just go down the list. Non-Fungible, Poor Man Printing, Daniel Lee, The Gale, Crypto Crowns. Why do you think they make content every day? It's not because they're in it for a short-term gain. They're not looking at this like, oh my gosh, they're making content every day is because, it's because they know it's going to be long-term. There's a high probability that it's going to be a very successful project, even on the crypto side, which is why all of them hold a lot of OMI. So otherwise they wouldn't be making videos every day. So anyways, that's all I got to say, man. So before you guys start freaking out, before I start seeing Reddit post about stupid stuff, just, you have to look at it from another perspective every once in a while. And I'm not here to shill anything. It's just a common sense. Well, I'm kind of on a soapbox today, by the way, if you can't tell already. I just scooped 400K extra OMI with trading. Danny, nice. So 0.001 would be awesome. Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, gosh. I would have to figure out what I'm gonna sell around my house to invest that into OMI if it reached that level. Yes to the owners and founders, not OMI homies. Need something for people. Yeah, so Junior Sanchez says, in order to break 1 cent, we need that MTL license. We also need new exchanges. It might take a while, a little over a month or so, but let's see. Either way, anyone in for the long run will be perfectly fine. Yeah. Agreed, man. Can't wait to the dollar cost average and pick up 1 million OMI per 1,000. Yeah, that would be nice, man. So, yeah, so if this does break down, which it might, we have this bottom support level-ish right in here. It looks like there's a few support levels, like right in here. This one would probably be a stronger one just because you have, previous, it bounced off at this level, not only here, but back here, and it went up and used kind of this area as a means of support in the 0.0019 level. So it may not go below 0.0019. We'll see. If it does break down below that, you have some other bottom supports here. But this is what I kind of was telling you guys from the beginning, that this may bend around. It's obviously returning to the mean a little bit, but post Comic-Con, kind of a little bit of a flop, but it's not a big deal long term. It does for people that wanted those short term hype gains. Those are probably the guys that are trying to, like, wait and see and kind of dump a little bit, and then, or they're trying to spread a little bit of FUD, trying to get you to panic sell. They're trying to get you to panic sell so they can pick up lower prices, because it is 0.001. They can consolidate their gains on such a low price, and they know over the long run they can consolidate their bags for when this thing does go back up, because they know it's going to go back up because of tokenomics. Hey, December Bitcoin, what's going on? The red mustache, let's hope for the best. I hope they really need to be more consistent, and stop announcing things before they're 100% confirmed. Yeah, that's like the emotional side of it, though. It's like, why are we so, like, if you're focused on trading and long-term investing, like, why are we so emotionally like, I get it, but that's really just short-term gains and short-term thinking, in my opinion. Like, I get what you're saying, but at the same time, like, long-term, we have Marvel. Like, long-term, there's Alcon. Long-term, there possibly could be Pokemon. Like, long-term, with every drop, there's going to be burns. Like, so at the same time, I agree, but at the same time, man, we got to take our emotions off the table more. And I think that with the community as a whole, we get so emotional about stuff like that. And I get it, because we're involved in the NFTs. We have collections. We get excited, man. And sometimes what happens doesn't meet our excitement, and that's on more the emotional side. So on the investing side, we have to look at it unemotionally. I mean, for short term, yeah, if you're a suit and you wanted those short term gains, I get it, because that is a big deal. If you are like a suit type investor, like, you want to see these things fall into place. You want to see OMI at the Comic-Con, like, from a strict standpoint. But long term, it's like, it's still bullish. It will likely drop down to the support. Yeah, I don't want to say, but it might. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but that's why I'm saying what to do next. It's just like, it's an opportunity. Hello. A lot of people are looking at this like panic mode, or like the sentiment. But if you want to buy low and sell high, hello, like, investing, trading 101, like, it's very likely it'll drop down to the support. Oh yeah, I just read that already. Let's see if I'm going to catch up on some other comments. When in doubt, zoom out. APB Bulldogs. That's funny. Yeah, as you can see, like, people in the comments are buying more OMI. So David Katz, total holders almost 130K, according to GoChain page as of now. Appreciate you, David. Thank you for pulling that up. That's all I really got today, though. It's just like, people get so emotional about this stuff, man. You cannot do that in trading and investing. You cannot, because you will be kicking yourself when this thing goes back to a penny and beyond, and wishing you had more OMI, and now it's going to cost you an arm and a leg to buy back in. So yeah, I'm just here to tell you, man, telling you, because this isn't my first rodeo, man. I've always used this Bitcoin. I saw somebody else use this reference, but I've always used this reference. Is the Bitcoin, the Ethereum, like, these projects, look exactly what happened with them. Look, it went up, returned to the mean, U-shape, actually was a cup and handle pattern, and then it tore off to the next level. All right, this happened with like a lot of coins, actually, too. A lot of solid coins. Like, you can go back to Cardano, same thing happened here. Look at this, up, return to the mean, U-shape, parabolic. Okay, I can do this all day with a lot of solid projects. Went up, parabolic, return to the mean, cup and handle pattern, parabolic. Okay, that's why I always look out for those cup and handles, guys. You think I'm just playing with you on that cup and handle pattern? I am not. I'm looking out for, I'm trying to tell you what to look for when it comes to these, the cup and handle patterns, like one of the most iconic patterns in trading, and look at where crypto is today now. And I'm not saying it's because of the cup and handle pattern. I'm just saying be on the lookout for it, because it's one of the most reliable patterns to use, right? But here we are, returning to the mean. It's on discount, so I'm not worried. David Rosenbaum, a snail pace. Have you ever run a business? Yeah, I have. And the average business takes that survives after 3 years. I think like, what is it, like the percentage wise is like 90% of businesses fail within the first 3 years, and then the ones that make it past 3 years, and then there's startups as well. There's statistics on startups as well. Yeah, have you seen Amazon, David Rosen's mom? Have you seen Tesla? Was that built overnight, or did Elon Musk have to, build that company? I'm pretty sure he had to like build PayPal and a bunch of other companies before, Tesla was even a possibility. Jeff Bezos working in his house out of his garage. Of course, I've seen businesses built, and I've ran businesses, helped businesses grow. Actually, I helped a insurance company in the past scale their business to they had like a dozen employees, and I scaled them up to over 50 employees. So yeah. OMI sale. Yeah, we own that. Yo, what's up, Not Fungible? What's up, gang? Yo. What do you think about 98% of tokens held by only 5 addresses? I think they got a lot of OMI. And what do you think about the Midnight Run? What do you think about 130,000 wallets of OMI holders? Do you think that will continue to grow as more exchanges come? Oh, I agree with you, Mr. Okay, I feel you. Oh, you guys are having your own like sub chat in the chat. I get it. Okay, sorry. Apologies. All right, guys. Well, that's it for me, man. I appreciate you for tuning in. I was on one today. I ranted, but I'm telling you too, like what do you guys think about all these content creators creating content? What do you think about the wallet addresses increasing? What do you think about the exchanges listings that are going to happen? Like the immutable X transfer. What do you think about that? What do you think about the long-term project? Like short-term, sure. Long-term, what do you think about that? All right, so that's all I'm gonna say. What do you think about this? You think I haven't heard some of these arguments before, like in crypto? Like this isn't the first project I have been in and watched over years, right? And I haven't watched OMI for years, but obviously I've been covering their content, their stuff for a while, right? But I digress, man. Look at Axie Infinity doing work, man. By the way, so shout out to them, man. Look at that. They're number 35, ranked number 35 right now. Look at that. NFT project. You don't think OMI is gonna one day be in the top 40? Just last month the price was $3. Now $46. I will let you put that in your coffee, drink on that, put that in your pipe, smoke it a little bit, think about it. Think about where, think about what Ecomi could be. This is the reason why early investors, early people win in the beginning, is because they see the future. They see the vision and what's possible. Look at Axie Infinity. That's all you have to do. Okay? It's not rocket science around here. And Ecomi is just getting started. All right? Okay? All right. Well, that's all I got for this video, man. If I stepped on your toes, apologies, man. But you know what to do if you like the video, man. Like the video. Don't like the video if you don't like the video. Sub to the channel, hit the bell notification if you want more content like this. I normally don't rant about this. I don't normally do chart videos, but I thought I would say, hey, I have experience out here, man. This ain't my first rodeo. So I wanted to address people. Let's game in a couple hours. Actually, gonna have to get a haircut in a couple hours. But I appreciate you guys, man. Thanks for tuning in. Non-fungible, Omi the Clown, everybody, man. Red Mustache, all y'all. Even if you are bearish, it's all right. I got you, man. I got you. Let me here to pick you up off the ground and make you bullish again. All right, that's what I do. Otherwise, I wouldn't be sitting here creating content. You know what I mean? Looking to meta here on your downtime, bud. I did look at it for a second. I'll take a look again. Omi did 5 cents by year's end. What do you mean by 90% of 8 of token? I think he's like exaggerating, but I could be wrong. Great video, man. Yeah, a lot of people aren't selling. All right, every one of these content creators, everybody that I know of, like they're long term. Everybody I talk to, everybody like 90% of the Discord chat is they're like, yo, I'm stacking more OMI, and I hear that every day. I see it every day. I don't see a lot of people saying I'm gonna sell my OMI at 0.002. You just don't see that. And over time, when this coin gets more decentralized and like I said, the wallet holders grow, it's gonna get better. So, but you just gotta strap in, buckle in, baby, because we on that ride. Thank you, Observer Drift Music, for the sub. Appreciate you, my man or woman. Just depend on how you rock. Immutable will be delayed. Good. Maybe it'll make the price. If I don't want to say good, but be good for me, man, because I can accumulate. All right, man. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for tuning in so much, and I will see you guys in the next video. Be like an NFT, be authentic, and peace, love, VeVe, guys. I'm out. You guys have a good day. Cheers.